sound. G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well as per usual. The big T7, out on her this morning, and I've had this thing for over 12 months now, so I figured no time better than now to do a bit of a walkthrough of the bike and show you all the mods, show you how it's set up. It might help you if you've got your own and you want to set yours up similar, or maybe you just want to have a look and check it out. But anyway, jump straight on into it and we'll go through everything. So firstly, before we jump into all the mods, it's a 2020 model Tenere. I've had it for about 16 months now. I bought it used off another guy, had about 7,000 kilometers on it when I got it. A lot of the mods were already done, which is why I grabbed it. Bit of a bargain at the time through COVID, there wasn't many new ones out. So I got this one for a decent price with all the mods that were on it. Yeah, I had to do a bit of research and find out what was actually on it to do this video, because obviously I've never had a stock one, so I had to double check if things that were on it had been put on it, etc. But anyway, I'll start at the bottom. We'll work our way up, check it all out. So a nice easy one to start off with. Got the tyres. I've got the Motos Tractionator Adventure here on the rear. Run these on both bikes, on the DRZ as well. A great tyre. Main reason I go with them is just because they last a long time, so I'm not constantly buying tyres. If I ride on the road, these things last a good time. The front one is Adventure as well. I do have a new dual venture on the way because this thing is cooked, as you can see. So down the bottom here as well, you've got to have one of these, a bash plate. I've got the B&B off-road bash plate, solid as a rock. It was already on here when I got the bike, but no need to change that thing. Does a great job. Just connected to the bash plate here, just got the brake saver cable. Don't want that lever bending if I don't need it to, so handy to have. So foot pegs here, as you can see, they are much larger than the stock foot pegs. I don't actually know what brand these are. Obviously an aftermarket part that's gone on, but I couldn't find what they exactly were. So they're obviously larger. I think they're a little bit lower than the stock ones as well, but I love those things. Stand up on this bike all day, comfortable as. So moving on down the back here, I've got the exhaust that I chucked on. I love this thing. It sounds amazing and it looks pretty damn good as well, in my opinion. It was a lot cheaper than some of the aftermarket ones, so pretty happy with it. If you do like the look of it, you're interested, I do have another video which I'll link down below where I show you where I bought this and how I installed it, if you want to get it on your own Tenere. So here on the engine, I got the R&G case savers. They were already on there when I got the bike, but I would have chucked them on there regardless, or some kind of case saver. You never know when they'll come in handy. You do not want to crack that. That would be a bad day. So another mod that makes standing up on this bike super comfortable and easy, steg pegs. Another thing that was already on here, but happy that they're there. I had never had steg pegs on a bike before until this one, and I don't really want another off-road bike without them now. They're so good, especially obviously going uphill. Yeah, just get your legs on that and away you go. And then just next to the steg pegs here, this is a C-Tech charger connection point. So that runs up into the battery. I've got it on the DRZ as well. Any other bike I'll get, I'll chuck one on as well. But yeah, I just plug the charger into the garage and charge these things up every few weeks if I haven't taken them for a ride, just to keep the batteries topped up. Just saves having to take the seat off to or take any panels off to connect your charger to your battery. You just simply plug into that and away you go. So moving our way up the bike, we've got the crash bars here up front. These are SW Motec crash bars. I think they look pretty good on this bike compared to some of the other ones. I know you can get other ones that protect a lot more of this top panel, but I think these suit the bike pretty well. And as you can see, there's some scuffs all over these things, so they have been used, they haven't moved at all, they've done the job. Happy with them. So in the middle here, we've just got some protection pads, Yamaha branded ones, but obviously protects your panels from scratches from your legs and also helps you grip to the bike a bit better. So down the back here, I've got the Krieger OS base. If you've seen a bunch of my other videos, you'll know I use these all the time on this bike and on the DRZ as well. I love them. Got all the bags that interchange between. I'll link another video down below if you're interested in this as well. I've got a couple of review videos and video of how I installed this on the Tenere with the rack and all that, but if you're interested, check that out. But yeah, the Krieger OS base for the Tenere connected to the B&B off-road compact rack. When I got the bike, it did have a B&B rack, but it was the full-size one, which it covered up the back seat here. I didn't like it. It didn't work with this Krieger OS base, so I ripped it off, swapped it out for the compact one, which works great. Another mod that every bike needs in my opinion, tail tidy. It's the R&G tail tidy. Looks nice and neat, much better than obviously stock when you got the big ugly plastic thing hanging down, which most bikes get, so got to get one of them on your bike for sure. So while I'm here at the back, you can obviously see the shape of this seat. It's not the stock seat. It was already on the bike when I got it, but man, this seat is super comfortable. Can sit on that all day without a drama. So I'm not 100% certain, but I think the seat is from Phoenix Seats, a company that's on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland. Don't quote me on that, but either way, it's super comfortable. Love that seat. So just in front of the seat here, you can see I got the tank bag, Nelson Rig tank bag. I'll link another video down below as well where I do a review on this, but I've got two of these, one on the Tenere, one on the DRZ. Great tank bag, value for money, heaps of storage, great bit of kit. So up front on the Tenere, I've got some spotlights mounted up. They just run off a separate switch here on the handlebars, so they're not connected to the high beam, which I might look at changing at some point, but they were already on the bike when I got it, so I'm not sure of what brand they are. But yeah, if you're looking to ride at night, get some of these on your bike. It'll turn night into day, that's for sure. Another thing while I'm at the front, I've got the headlight guard just there. I know that doesn't come as stock, but if you plan on riding off-road, especially in a group or with other people, you're going to want one of them, because from what I've heard, if you crack that headlight cover underneath, I'm pretty sure that's an expensive process to get a new one of them. So save yourself the dramas, get a headlight guard. So up here to the handlebars and the dash, well, you can see these things, you don't miss these, but the bark busters in the fluoro colour, I really like that. It matches the sticker on the side of the Tenere, so a bit of a colour combination that goes together well. Also got the quad lock mount for the phone here in the middle. I've got that on both bikes as well. Great thing to have. So another thing that was on this bike when I got it is these bar risers here. So I'm not sure what height they've actually risen the bars, but that is another thing that makes the standing position on this bike so comfortable, is the height of those bars. For me anyway, it works perfectly. Also on the handlebars here, we've got the heated grips. I think they're just the Yamaha version heated grips, but another great mod. Got that on both bikes now. Used to think it was a bit of a gimmick and a joke, but after having them, yeah, gotta have them, especially when winter time rolls around. So just a couple more things up here in the dash area. First one is these anti-bobble kit mounts here on the sides. It's not the Camel Adventure branded ones. I just got these off AliExpress, so super cheap. But you do get what you pay for, I guess. They didn't line up perfectly with all the holes, so I did have to take to it with a hammer and a vise and bend them to make them fit better. But we got there in the end. Stops that dash from rattling around, especially if you want to run your GPS up top like I have. So in the way of the GPS up here, I've just got the Garmin Zumo XT. Great bit of kit, as I've said in many other videos. I don't want an adventure bike without that thing on there anymore. And this mount was off AliExpress as well. I looked up online, companies in Australia selling this same mount for $100. I think this one was like 20 or 30, but I'm looking at changing that soon as well. It just comes out a bit too far. I want to shorten it up a bit, because it doesn't come off, but it does bounce around a little bit. But so far so good with that. Oh, and one last thing that I missed down the bottom here is this little stand plate, just to make the stand a bit bigger. I'm not sure where that's from either, but it says Tenere 700 on it, so it was probably expensive. One other thing up front here that I just missed, I think this might be a mod. I don't have it on my list, but I think the radiator guard, that might be an addition. I'm not sure. If you've got a stock Tenere, you bought one stock, can you let me know in the comments down below if they come with that radiator guard or if that's aftermarket? Let me know. Alright guys, I think that's just about it. I did have a list on my phone of all the mods before I come out here, so I didn't forget anything, but who knows, maybe I've missed something. Maybe there was something on here when I bought the bike and I haven't picked up that it was actually added, because I never had this thing stock, so I can't tell. So if there's anything that I've missed, let me know down below in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helps you out with your Tenere, or if you just wanted to check out my Tenere. Let me know down below what you think, and if you've got any questions with any of the mods, let me know down below as well, and I'll do my best to answer them. But thanks as always for watching, guys. It's a beautiful day here on the Gold Coast, so I'm going to jump back on the big T7 and go for a spin. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you in the next one.